life, living. What does it mean to be alive? This is an existential type of question by by extension here. What does it mean to be dead? What does it mean to no longer be among the living? What does it mean to no longer function in your life? These are the questions that we're going to talk about today. Welcome to Strip Coverlet, where we squeeze the bigger picture out of literature. I'm Adrian Fort, and we're here for another poetry discussion, which will appear in two different playlists here on the channel. Three different playlists here on the channel. Number one being the poetry discussion playlist, now over 800 videos strong. Number two being the Classic Haunts playlist, a playlist as we run up to Halloween 2025. And number three being the horror genre playlist here on the channel. So those are the three playlists in which this will be. This is a poetry discussion for Haunted Houses by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, subtitled Birds of Passage, First Flight the First. Apparently, I had never seen that until I went searching for this poem this time, and it reads as such. All houses wherein men have lived and died, are haunted houses. Through the open doors the harmless phantoms on their errands glide, with feet that make no sound upon the floors. We meet them at the doorway, on the stair, along the passages they come and go, impalpable impressions on the air, a sense of something moving to and fro. There are more guests at table than the hosts invited. The illuminated hall is thronged with quiet, inoffensive ghosts, as silent as the pictures on the wall. The stranger at my fireside cannot see the forms I see, nor hear the sounds I hear. He but perceives what is, while unto me all that has been is visible and clear. We have no title deeds to houses or lands. Owners and occupants of earlier dates from graves forgotten stretch their dusty hands and hold in Mortmain still their old estates. The spirit world around this world of sense floats like an atmosphere, and everywhere wafts through these earthly mists and vapors dense a vital breath of more ethereal air. Our little lives are kept in equipoise by opposite attractions and desires, the struggle of the instinct that enjoys and the more noble instinct that aspires. These perturbations, this perpetual jar of earthly wants and aspirations high, come from the influence of an unseen star, an undiscovered planet in our sky. And as the moon from some dark gate of cloud throws o'er the sea a floating bridge of light, across whose trembling planks our fancies crowd into the realm of mystery and night, so from the world these spirits there descends a bridge of light, connecting it with this, over whose unsteady floor that sways and bends, wander our thoughts above the dark abyss. This poem is about the coexistence of the living and the dead, just on the surface level. That's what's going on here. Every day that we go about our stuff, there are many ghosts going about their stuff as well. But the stanza that I want to focus on here is this one. The stranger at my fireside cannot see the forms I see, nor hear the sounds I hear. But he but perceives what is, while unto me all that has been is visible and clear. This suggests that our speaker here is more adept to this other world, right? More adept to the world of the dead, more able to tap into that thing which is past but still happening. And this raises a lot of questions in the world of this poem. This idea, this iteration of haunted houses, this journey into a world that is not just sensory, but is something extra sensory as well. Do the ghosts in this poem know about us? We don't really have that told to us. Do the ghosts, by the way, know about each other? The poem makes very clear that it's not just one ghost in your house. Anyone who has died there is going to be going about their daily chores the same way that do you. Why are they tied to that house? Do they know about each other? Do these ghosts know they're ghosts? I think if they're going about their sort of daily vicissitudes, the way that our speaker here is suggesting that they do, maybe they don't know that they're dead. Otherwise, maybe they would be spending their ample amounts of time on other things, doing other stuff. But here in this poem, they are not. Here in this poem, they are doing their daily thing. And that raises questions too. They're dead, but they're still going about their stuff, seemingly unaware of the fact that they are deceased. What if we're dead too? Right? This is not just recapping The Sixth Sense. I have other thoughts on this, right? I have other things, other questions here. But just like in that movie, spoilers for a 26-year-old movie, character doesn't know he's dead. Still going about his daily stuff. Do the ghosts in this poem know they're dead? What a throwaway question, right? Who cares? What does it matter? What does it mean? We're here for poetry. We're here for the literature. We're here to talk about the bigger ideas, not just some haunted house. Well, I think it's a very applicable question to daily life. What does it mean to be dead? What does that mean? What does it mean to be alive? What does it mean to be a thing? I played football in high school. Kind of. I had the jersey. I had the shoulder pads. I had the helmet. I went to practice every day. I didn't get into the game, so I was no good. I was no good at football, so I didn't play. Went to practice every day. So, before my senior year, knowing that I had to have some way to get to college, I quit football, got a job, started working full-time hours my senior year in high school. And I realized during that time, that was not when I stopped being a football player. I had stopped being a football player a long time before that. I was a football practicer. I wasn't living as a football player. I was not definitionally that thing because I didn't get into the games. I was, prior to quitting football dead. I was a football ghost. I would go to practice. I would get concussed. I would hit. I would be tackled. I would tackle. But I would not play on Friday nights. I would not play under the bright lights of Friday night football across America because I wasn't any good. How many of us are life practicers? How many of us are dead? How many of us have stopped living a long time ago, but we still have the jersey. We still go to practice. We're not good at it. What does it mean to be good at life? I think it could be something so simple as being present in your life. Ghosts. Think of a ghost going about its business completely unaware that the world around it is still living. Is that the way that you live your daily life? You wake up, take a shower, brush your teeth, get dressed, and go to work? While you're at work, you're not particularly concerned with being good at it. You've got to show up and get your paycheck. That's how you survive. But is it how you live? You go home, do you turn on the television and sit there and vegetate for hours only to fall asleep some menial number of hours later? Not using your body, not using your mind, not figuring things out, not pushing. Is that what it means to be alive? Or is that just wearing the jersey? I think that unlike football, you don't have to be particularly good to get in the game. I think that every one of us gets to set our own definition of what it means to be good, what it means to be a varsity letter winner, right? Maybe your idea is that you want to be rich. Well, there's ways to do that. Are you really doing it? Maybe you want to be famous. There's ways to do that. Are you really trying? Maybe your goal is to be the best family man, family woman, mother, father, son, daughter that you can. What does that look like on a daily basis? Are you doing it? Or are you just one of these haunts inside someone else's house? I think that this is a philosophical question that is deeper than the idea of ghosts, the idea of haunted houses, the specter of winning a varsity letter. Prior to that point, when I quit being an athlete, it's kind of how I defined myself. That's every summer I would log hours in the weight room. I lived about 5 miles from my high school. There were times where I had to walk to and from a weightlifting session. That was dedication. Didn't matter. Life is different than that. Dedication can matter so long as we are available to the moments where that dedication would matter. We are present in those times where something can make a difference for us. Something can make a difference to us. This poem is about haunted houses. This poem is about something that seems sort of nonsensical. The idea that there are generations of the dead living in your house with you. But that is, I think, truer than not in our daily goings about. How many people do you think you pass on a daily basis that are dead? For all intents and purposes, they will not make another difference in their own life. They will not decide those things that they want are the things they should pursue. They will not make the actions necessary. And look, in life, failure certainly is a possibility. Failure certainly is a possibility. But that's not the same as just practicing. If we go back to the football metaphor, you can be on the field, you can be a varsity football player and lose the game. You still played. But making the decision to be on the field is an important thing in life. How many of us never make that decision? That is all I have for this poetry discussion. If you like or appreciate what it is that I do here, hitting the like button really does help me out, as it tells YouTube to share this video with other literature lovers. If you find yourself here by chance but not design, literature is the only thing I do on this channel. There are multiple videos every week. There's poetry every Monday, and as always, I hope to have you back for the next one.